Most people in Canada and the US use Amazon as a means to get a variety of products at the touch of a button. But have you ever wondered if the rest of the world uses the same company? Well, they don't. Much of Asia and Europe, and even some Americans, use Alibaba. Cool name, right? Alibaba is much like Amazon. They have one main site called Taobao, or Alibaba.com. Depends on what language you want to use. On those sites, you can shop for products, but there are many other domains where you can buy or sell certain things. They even have a health website dedicated to serving China and providing pharmaceuticals to customers. Alibaba began in 1999 when a group of 18 people, along with Jack Ma as the leader, decided to create the first branch of the company, Alibaba.com. They believed that in creating Alibaba, the playing field would be leveled and small enterprises would be able to use technology to grow and contribute more to the domestic and global economies. And in 2 years after their first website launched, they reached 1 million registered market users. They continued to have an upward trend, and in recent years they have begun purchasing shares in other companies and expanding their reach across all platforms of products to expand the marketplace possibilities. But before I get into all of the different expansions they have made, let's get into how Alibaba got to where it is today. Jack Ma was the head founder of Alibaba. He grew up in a poor family living in communist China, and when the Americans signed a treaty with China, the borders opened, and American tourists started coming in. This gave Jack the opportunity to experience American culture. He worked as a free tour guide for tourists, and through this he picked up English, but he also picked up Western culture, and this set him on the path to Alibaba's success. As Jack grew older, he started to apply at different jobs, even KFC, but every time he got rejected, until he became an English teacher. Then, after many years of teaching, Jack went to America in the early 1990s. There, he discovered the internet. When he returned to China, Jack had a goal to connect China to this amazing technology. He then gathered 17 other people he knew, mostly students and friends, and together they created Alibaba. It took them a few years to get off the ground, and they went to at least 30 different venture capitalists until they finally found SoftBank. SoftBank offered them $40 million, but Jack Ma turned it down and only accepted $20 million. As soon as they got their first investment, the company went crazy. They started building a consumer base and started to get more and more businesses on Alibaba. The goal for the company was to help grow the Chinese economy and get small businesses connected with consumers as well as bigger companies. They became the platform for Chinese commerce. Then, Alibaba decided to expand into other parts of the world, so they set up a Western headquarters in San Francisco. Although it was a pretty good strategic move, it divided the company. Although this proved troublesome, it still did not stop the ever-growing Alibaba. When eBay came to China, Jack realized that they would attempt to take over his company's industry, so Alibaba created Taobao, the Chinese eBay, where consumers could sell to other consumers. This completely obliterated eBay and chased them out of the country. Nowadays, though, Alibaba has subsidiaries in the movie industry, pharmaceuticals, and even in trip planning, just to name a few. Now, another subsidiary of Alibaba is called Ant Financial. It is pretty much an investment company, and all Alibaba users can have access to it. So businesses have become reliant on Alibaba, and actually 60% of all companies that use Alibaba started while using Alibaba as the main selling point. Now, another great thing that Alibaba created is Alipay, which is pretty much PayPal, but Alibaba style. So now, if you want to buy something on Taobao, you can use Alipay to pay for it, and it's all run by the same company. Now, Alibaba seems like they don't have much competition, but really, they do. Not necessarily in China, though. In the Western world, eBay and Amazon are the biggest marketplace sites. Although Alibaba is one of the top 10 sites of the world, they definitely should be feared in the world of technology. Pretty sure that's why Amazon has grown so much lately. It's to compete with the ever-looming threat of Alibaba. Now, even though it's a pretty fun name to say, there's a lot of power behind it. They changed China's economy and pretty much created its Western economy in the last decade. They took the idea of the internet and gave it to small businesses to better improve everyone in the country's economy, but also contributed to global economy. Jack Ma and his 17 founders created a giant technology commerce company that changed China and also changed the world.